Find product links below and hundreds more videos on my channel.
Hi everyone, welcome back. So today I want to show you my lighting setup with these ultra low cost desk lamps. And now, depending on where you are and which eBay seller you get these from, it's going to vary slightly, but these didn't used to be available so cheap, but now they are. I actually looked for these for ages in the past few years. Every once in a while I'd sort of go, hey, maybe I could get some cheap desk lamps, and they were never cheap. And maybe there was some places where they were cheap, but I've never seen them cheap like they are now. Right now you can get these desk lamps for around £6, and before that I never saw any nice usable desk lamps for something that cheap. So I was really happy with that. I bought 6 of these and I've been loving them for this kind of setup. And now of course these are not going to be ideal for every kind of setup. For this kind of setup, which I'll show you at the end of this video, I'll show you sort of which, what this looks like in this glass table, which I've already shown you in a previous video. So I'll show you that at the end of this video. But basically these have been, for my setup, these are absolutely gorgeous. They are really easy to just aim at wherever I want, really easy to turn on and off, and actually I turn all of them on and off from the socket. And I just have, obviously these are quite short, but you'll see that the height here isn't an issue for this kind of setup, because 2 of them are on the higher end of the table and 2 are on the floor. And so they're I'm just using 6 of these for my lighting here. So, sorry, 4 of these. So for 4 of these, plus the cost of these bulbs, it's a really, really, really cheap option. You can get these bulbs from about £1 to £5 each, depending on the power that you want. And if you get something that's rated up to the maximum of these lamps, and now the rating just means that how much the manufacturer thinks that would be the maximum electricity, the maximum wattage that could go through the unit. Without, causing the fuse to go or something, or overheating the wire, or whatever. So most of these that I've seen, they're rated to around 40 watts, which is fine. You'll get quite a lot of power from 40 watts of, a light bulb like this, because you'll get generally around 3 times that much in the sort of equivalent rating. So you'll see when you buy them, you'll see how much they're rated to, but generally a 40 watt bulb, especially if you have 4 of them, actually isn't that bad with compact fluorescent. And yeah, so if you wanted to use these, I mean, they're not ideal for larger lighting setups. These are mainly for good for smaller setups, but I'm actually bouncing light off the ceiling here and actually getting quite a lot of, just the right amount of light that I need just with these 5 watt bulbs. I'll show you that later on in the end of this video. So the basic principle is, obviously, it's going to maybe change a little if you buy these from in a different country or a different seller, but basically it's an E27, which is the screw mount. Sometimes it's called ES, sometimes I think it's in America it's called E26, but mostly you'll find it under E27, and so you just get bulbs and lamps that are that size of connection. And then you want to aim for lamps that have a switch on the body of the lamp, not right where the bulb is, not on the cable, because both of those are quite annoying to turn on and off. And I actually turn these on and off from the wall power, and I'll show you that in a second. Actually, I also have a wireless remote just for easy turning on and off. And that's basically it. It's a lamp. It's really easy to aim. It's actually made nice and high quality. And what I've done here, I've taken the bottom piece off here, which is just a couple of screws, just to show you that if you wanted to have these lighter, as a lighter setup, you could remove this. Obviously do this very, very carefully. If you don't know what you're doing with electricity, don't do this at all. But if you knew how to do something like this, you could remove the heavy thing, which is just a piece of, looks like a piece of rock or something that they used here, to make this lighter weight. And it's actually not that heavy, so you probably don't even have to do that. But if you wanted to make it more lightweight, you could. If you wanted to maybe travel with it or something, because most of the weight is just down here at the base so that it doesn't tip over. And then you could use it with something like a clamp like this to hold it to a tripod or something like that, or to a light stand. So even though it's not intended to be used for photography and video, it can be. And I might post a video at some point showing this with lighting up a human or a person or something, but generally for my use these are for a studio setup like this for product photography and that sort of thing, and reviews. So okay, let me show you the setup. I'm gonna take the camera off here. Okay, so there's a tripod fancier, and we've got a lamp over there bouncing off of the wall, and a lamp over there bouncing off the wall, sort of wall and a bit on the ceiling as well. And, oops, okay. So then I've got a lamp there and a lamp there. Both of those have £3. Each one of those bulbs is £3 and 15 watts each, I think, something like that. And so you could get a lot more if you wanted to. And I'll go over the camera settings in a second so you can see what kind of light you can get with these. And that's it. So it's 4 bulbs, 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom. That's actually lighting up the setup. So with regards to how much light you're going to get for a setup like this, let me show you that. So I'm going to bring down my ISO to 1000 and my aperture is at 1.4. So this, most cameras are going to be okay at ISO 1000 for something like this, where, dynamic range and noise isn't going to be such an issue because it's a bright image and we want a high contrast here to get that nice white background. So, I'm perfectly fine. I shoot with this at, f2.8 or so, and then I bring it up to like ISO 2000 or something, which for most cameras today is fine, especially for something like this. And then that's pretty much it, and I get a really nice white background. Let me actually bring that up a little more. ISO 3200. So, for me, that's perfectly fine. I'm getting a nice clean image. If I wanted to, I could open up my aperture, but no, I'm going to just keep it, keep it fairly closed. Right now that's at 2.8. For me, this works beautifully, and I'm really happy with it. So hopefully you guys have found this helpful. And yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll have links down below to the things that I've spoken about here and to the video explaining my table here, the glass table, which I really love. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Oh, and soon I'm going to have a video about this little, spinny thing. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.